Jaguar Wright might need to take a step back from the limelight. She recently revealed that Diddy allegedly put a hit out on her because she knows too much, and he's trying to silence her for good. If there is one person who has been persistent in her accusations against Diddy, it's Jaguar Wright. She is determined to make sure he pays for his alleged crimes and that everyone knows about them. Her mission is to send him to prison no matter what. It appears she's getting closer to revealing his deepest, darkest secret. Jaguar claimed that she has some incredibly damaging information on Diddy. She stated this information is worse than anything we've heard about him, and it's game over for him if she reveals it. However, she might have overplayed her hand because Diddy is allegedly now coming for her. Jaguar is terrified of what he might do to her. For a long time, people have wondered how exactly Jaguar has so much information on celebrities. It seems like she's been a fly on the wall, gathering all the tea, especially about Jay-Z and Diddy. For those not in the loop, Jaguar is not just a truth teller but a singer who used to work closely with Jay-Z back in the day. She was part of his MTV Unplugged album in 2001. It's unclear what Jaguar witnessed while working with Jay-Z, but it must have been something terrible because 23 years have passed, and she is still exposing him and talking about the shady business he and Diddy have been up to since then. Back in the early to mid-90s, Diddy and Wendy Williams had a falling out after Wendy spilled some spicy details about him on her radio show. The wild part is that Wendy used to be on his side when the entire media was against him. This dates back to December 1991, long before Diddy even established Bad Boy Records. He and rapper Heavy D organized a charity basketball game at the City College of New York. However, the event became overcrowded, resulting in a tragic stampede that claimed 9 lives and left 29 others injured. Diddy faced a lot of backlash, especially when it was revealed that he oversold the show, causing the overcrowding that led to the stampede. It got worse when it was discovered that the funds raised never reached the foundations. Some charities even claimed they had no knowledge that Diddy was collecting donations in their name. The media launched a scathing attack on Diddy, but Wendy stood by him, dismissing the allegations as misunderstandings and begging fans and the media to give Diddy a chance to explain before rushing to judgment. It seemed like Wendy and Diddy were on good terms until Wendy began shedding light on Diddy's shady activities. Diddy allegedly launched a full-scale campaign to sabotage her career. He forced the radio station to fire her, threatening to remove all his artists' songs from rotation. He also warned that none of his industry friends or connections would use the station to promote their artists unless Wendy was fired. Diddy had a lot of influence in Hollywood at the time, and he could follow through with his threats.
Remember, I got off the air one day, and them the total bitches were downstairs waiting, and everybody upstairs at the radio station is looking down, egging it on, waiting for something to go down. I wasn't yet married. My knight in shining armor screeched up in his car just out of nowhere. I didn't even know what was about to happen. Skell hiding like a girl. Thanks, Skell. I'm standing in the door like, what? And I'm literally about to go through. Now, I'm not like, what, let's fight, because I'm not one of those type of broads. And plus, there was 3 of them.
Diddy was already pretty influential in Hollywood at the time, so when he made those threats, you better believe he could and would follow through. But for whatever reason, dude was playing with Diddy. He went behind him and pulled his trunks down. When he grabbed his trunks to pull them down, some girls were taking pictures. They took the picture and emailed it back to Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams said she had him in a compromising position and like he was gay or something like that, and she was going to put it out. They stopped her from putting it out, and they got her fired from Hot 97 because of that.
Puff got one of the hottest DJs off of Hot 97 because she wanted to put up a picture of him getting his pants pulled down. You understand what I'm saying? Puff had power. For whatever reason, dude was playing with Puff. He went behind him and grabbed his trunks and pulled them down. When he grabbed his trunk to pull them down, some girls that was taking pictures. They took that picture and emailed it back to Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams said she had him in a compromising position and like it was gay porn or something like that. And she was gonna put it out. So they stopped her from putting it out.
And they got her fired from Hot 97 because of that.
When you look at the history of Diddy's connections, Wendy got off pretty light compared to people like Tupac and Biggie Smalls. Allegedly, Diddy took them out because they crossed him or he simply wanted them gone.
There was a radio personality once upon a time. Her name was Wendy Williams. And she was practically burned at the stake for talking about such. And now it's all come full.
Rumor has it that Diddy slapped a $1 million bounty on Tupac's head because he wanted him gone. This amount of money was insane back in 1995.
Is it true that Diddy got her fired from the radio station? Did he have anything to do with that? I think that he had, yes, I think he got, well, let's be clear. Nobody got fired.
Okay.
He got suspended.
Okay.
Yeah. Did he use his influence and power with Steve Smith and him at the time? And God knows whatever his relationship was with the overall station, because Bad Boy was a powerhouse. We all know how Bad Boy dominated a large part of the 90s. And as far as New York, you know, there was a powerhouse. So was he, you know, King Joffrey Joe? Yeah. Did he go in there and shake him up and say, yo, you know, I want this chick off? She's dissing my group and all kinds of shit? Yeah.
Rumor has it that Diddy slapped a $1 million bounty on Tupac's head because he wanted him gone. This amount of money was insane back in 1995. This talk of Diddy putting out a bounty isn't just idle gossip. Several people have come forward to confirm it, including Keefe D himself. One of Keefe D's associates revealed that Diddy did indeed pay that $1 million, but the money never made its way to Keefe D because someone down the line got too greedy.
Well, the story that has circulated was that after Tupac got killed, Puffy allegedly gave the money
I heard
to Zip.
Yes.
And Zip was supposed to give the money to Keefe and them.
Yes.
But he never gave the money to him.
But thank God he never gave him the money, right? Think about it. If he gave the money, Puffy will be in prison now, money for hire, a murder for hire. So thank God. It's just a true story. I'm not saying yes or no, but if he would have gave them the money, it'd have been a murder for hire, and Puffy would be locked up.
Keefe D even revealed that the FBI was able to trace the money, confirming that Diddy paid it out.
The FBI said it was just Zip.
So the FBI told you the
said he
same
was a
thing.
dirty motherfucker, yeah.
So the FBI told you that Zip kept that money as well.
They said Zip's a dirty motherfucker. Everybody cross you.
As for Biggie, there have been claims that Diddy allegedly took him out because Biggie was trying to leave Bad Boy Records and take several artists with him. He would also take his masters, which were worth a lot of money back then and millions today.
It's money. So he showed me, I said, you about to get that money? He said, yeah, look at this. It had Charlie Baltimore, Cameron, Little C's, Little Kim, Junior Mafia, Tracy, I don't know, Tracy Murray,
Tracy Lee.
Tracy Lee, and the Commission. And I think the contract was for so many years for like 62 million. It comes out to like 62.
What's even shadier is that Diddy's other bodyguard, Uncle Ron, claimed that Diddy wanted to take Biggie out and had allegedly offered him $30,000 to do it.
Jay-Z and Puffy wanted Biggie killed. Bottom line. You don't have to believe me, believe the facts. Here's a man that wanted to leave Bad Boy. He wanted to do his own thing. He mentioned several times how he was tired of being used and abused, that he was bigger than Bad Boy itself. I was offered $30,000 to perform a hit on Biggie Smalls. March 1st of 1997, I was approached by Diddy to perform a hit on one of his artists. Finding out that he wanted all the rights to all his catalogs. I turned him down because I also found out that very night that Biggie had plans of leaving Bad Boy.
Given all this, can you imagine what Diddy might do to someone like Jaguar Wright, who has been exposing some shady secrets about him? This is why it's not surprising that Jaguar is now claiming that he allegedly put out a hit on her. She's scared for her life. Jaguar was the first to expose Diddy's alleged affair with Clive Davis, claiming that Clive was allegedly bending Diddy over in exchange for betraying Diddy's mentor, Andre Harrell, and helping Diddy set up Bad Boy Records. If you think about it, it doesn't make much sense that Diddy, who was just an intern at Uptown Records, ended up getting a deal to start his own record label even though he didn't have much experience in music. He He started an internship at Uptown Records in 1990, and 3 years later, in 1993, he got fired. Then he started Bad Boy Records in partnership with Arista Records, owned by none other than Clive Davis. Sure, Bad Boy Records ended up becoming super successful, but at the time, Diddy was pretty much a newbie in the game. People have always wondered how he was able to convince Clive to fund his record label. Clive himself admitted in an interview that Diddy put pressure on him, saying, "Sean Combs convinced me that Top 40 was going to embrace hip-hop. It seemed so unlikely then when he played me Craig Mack's 1994 hit Flava in Yair and Notorious B.I.G.G's material when he was totally unknown. This 21 to 22-year-old guy was seeing clearly how music was changing." So Bad Boy Records was Diddy's dream, not necessarily something Clive was interested in, but he still decided to fund the label. With Jaguar's new revelations, it looks like we finally might have our answers. According to Jaguar, Diddy was allegedly groomed and sexually assaulted by his mentor, Andre Harrell, who started Uptown Records. She claims that Andre himself was allegedly groomed by Clive. Talk about a cycle of mess.
My focus right now is Sean Combs.
Okay. Tell us why. Tell us why.
Because he's a sex trafficker. And he's using music and entertainment to sex traffic.
Now, is this just boys, girls, adults, kids?
I mean, from what I've heard from sources that I would consider reliable, it really doesn't matter.
Wow.
I don't think sexuality is something that has anything to do with gender at this point for Sean. I honestly think he's just an extreme narcissist who loves power. He loves the ability to manipulate and control people. Why? Most likely because he was victimized by his mentor, who loved to control people.
And his mentor was
Andre Harrell.
Tell us how
who was mentored by Clive Davis.
When it comes to why Clive decided to fund Bad Boy Records, Jaguar revealed something very interesting.
Tell me that Andre Harrell got touched by Clive Davis too.
I'm telling you, I don't know what happened between Andre and Clive. What I do know is that Andre got passed over. Like, how do you go from being the president of Uptown and losing your entire company to your intern? Like, Puff started out as an intern.
According to Jaguar, Diddy is not putting a hit on her for the things she said about him, but for the things she knows but hasn't revealed yet. She claims to have more damaging information about Diddy that could destroy him. Fans have shown their support for Jaguar, urging protection for her at all costs and believing that Diddy might be trying to silence her to protect his biggest secret. What do you think this big secret could be? Share your thoughts in the comments below.